Now they always say congratulations. Work so hard.
You don't always have to eat blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
Oh, hey there, everybody. Didn't see you guys come in. Welcome to Win by Two.
Hello. Good
the
day.
best North Texas volleyball blog on the internet.
It's number one.
Bar none.
Number one.
Number one.
Win by Two is number one in the NTR.
Yep.
And NTR stands for the National Teleconference Roadhouse Show.
You're so good at acronyms.
I am.
Little bit of a controversial show today. A little nervous before I want to get into it, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to say it out loud, and I apologize up front. But what's with the scarf? Why are you always... granted, it's 30 degrees outside.
It's cold outside.
We're indoors. Last time I checked.
It's cold inside.
Or... you're a wannabe fashionista who's wrapped your neck in a garment because you think it looks cool?
It does look cool.
All right. How about we stop trying to make me look bad with your fashion sense? I already feel terrible.
I'm going to see if my genie skills work again.
Okay.
Boom!
Okay, that was pretty impressive. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That's pretty good.
I can do magic.
Yeah. If you come up to us at a tournament or you see us walking around, ask us to do some magic for you, and we'll...
I can make a scarf disappear.
In fact, first person to ask Jeff to do some magic at a tournament gets a free Win by Two t-shirt.
Maybe
We don't have any yet, but once we get them...
They'll just pop out. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Not entirely lying about the controversial... Actually, it's not controversial. It's just...
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
We're going to talk about the zebras today.
Little referee chat. So basically, what we want to do today is we're going to just talk about...
Come on, Blue!
We're going to... We're not yelling at a softball ump. What are you...
I hear that in volleyball games.
You're my boy, Blue. We want to talk about the referees, and we want to talk about the referees from a standpoint of what a coach wants. May not always be in line with what the national office wants, what the region wants, or what makes a good ref. Now, before we get started,
What a coach wants. What? I got all day. I'm ready.
not everything is a song reference.
They can be.
Well, before we get started, I want to say this. Shout out to my boy Greg Kruger. The region does a very good job of putting forth effort, listening to coaches, training, recruiting. North Texas region is chock full of high-ranking officials nationally. And I think we're one of the only regions that has multiple international refs in it, registered in it. So
Yeah, maybe.
this is not a slam on all referees. It's not a slam on what the North Texas region is doing. In fact, quite the opposite.
Yeah, I don't think it's a slam.
You're going to have to reference something within the past 10 years.
No.
not some bad hip hop from 92.
Awesome. It was awesome.
Da, da, da. We want to talk about, from our perspective, what makes a good ref. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Parents, not what you think makes a good ref, because some of you are crazy.
Well, and parents, USA volleyball rules aren't the same as high school
That's a
rules.
good point, too.
So give the refs a little bit of a break, because what you think is a carry or throw,
Or if you ever called this a jump ball.
yeah, those are different.
Yeah, we're
So-
we're not doing that. So if you've ever uttered this phrase, parents, what does this symbol mean? What is this? I don't know what that is. You don't get to critique the refs, right? So yeah, it's not back row, raise the roof. You need to make sure you kind of give the ref the benefit of the doubt. Let your coach be your guide. If your coach is constantly yelling at refs, they might be a little out of line. But anyway,
Yep.
we're going to talk about what makes a good ref to coaches from an experienced coach's standpoint. So
Well, and we've both been referees.
we've both refereed before, correct?
At-
We are not
at-
currently
at
referees.
national qualifiers, in college, at high
Well,
school. We've done it all, right?
I've never been an R1 at a national qualifier. Check.
I have. Catch me on the up ref stand.
How about that?
Wow. So let's start. We're going to go through 5 things let's find 5 things that we think make a good ref.
5. Oof.
And that's good. Never mind. All right, go. What's one of them? What's one thing you look for?
I think consistency is huge.
Got to be number.
It
Gotta be
drives
number
me
one.
insane. And it's not just about like the rules. Like that's a double, that's a double. Like if you're not going to call a double, don't call a double. Everybody
Right.
stop. But my setter doubles the ball. Their middle doubles the ball. They kind of look away at the middle, and I'm like, no, it's still a double.
Yeah, don't hold the setter more accountable.
Game point. They don't call that double. It's not any more valuable than the other doubles.
Right. I still want that point you missed.
It's still a
20
double.
Yeah, fair enough.
A double. If you're going to call it, if it's an infraction, it's the same as foot fault.
Right.
It's the same as hitting it out of
Right.
bounds. Those are all rules.
Right.
It's not a. I mean, it is a judgment call, but if you've called it before and the next play is identical, but it happens to be on game point, call that thing.
Yeah. Having a consistent criteria for those judgment calls is key for an official.
Yeah.
If and you have to be able to explain it.
Right.
Like I've talked to officials, I'm like, well, what do you think? Well, she double contacted.
Oh no, it's spun.
No, there were a lot of double contacts, but they don't want to say it's fine because they know they're not supposed to do that,
Right.
right? So it's like, but yeah, being consistent. You know, are we gonna?
Yeah.
And it really is only the judge. You know, are we gonna be calling every ball that sounds like it hits tape before? Or are we gonna be letting them play
Right.
if there was a block in front of them? And don't call the good team that's beating the team 20-4,
Right.
and not
Not
call the 4
team that's
team. Like
getting
you got to
beat to
play
death,
the
yeah.
same. It's got to be consistent.
Yes.
That's why we play.
And I hate when the refs do that. You're up 24-4. Well, I should be up 24-1.
I should have won.
Game
Because
should
you
be
just
over.
missed that point. Be consistent.
I'm helping you out, brother. Get off the sand faster. Make those calls.
I will say I have noticed that less. That's not as like it's
No.
number one on what makes a good ref,
It's mostly the young.
but it's not right.
And not by young, I mean inexperienced. Because
Yeah,
there's
like
some
newer.
old people out
Sure,
there.
sure. But I have been noticing that less as a problem. I don't
Yes.
think consistency is a problem with officials.
No.
I think it's what makes it. It's one of the number one things that makes an official. I think that's true.
Right,
I
yeah,
agree with you on
yeah.
that. I know this next one's big for you, so go ahead.
I think knowledge of the game.
All right. So number 2, knowledge of the game. What does that mean? I know the rules.
Yes. So you and I are both med students.
Okay.
I never go to lab, but I read and
That
I
sounds
know
like
how
you.
and I know how
You
to
picked the right person for this
perform
analogy.
surgery. I can tell you. You need this. It
No,
has
no.
to do this.
You
it
can
has to
tell
do
me where
this,
the
blah,
instruments
blah,
go.
Everything.
You can tell me how clean the room needs to be.
I can tell you how
You
to
can
set
tell
up
me
your
what
station.
you can draw the dotted line on the patient.
all day.
Cadaver.
All day.
On the patient.
A cadaver. If
Not
I'm
yet.
doing it.
Yeah. You can,
But if I
you can be there
never-
on time and make sure the surgery ends on time.
Correct. But if I've never performed surgery,
But once you get in there,
I'm not really a surgeon.
once you get in there, mistakes are made. 'Cause You
Yes.
don't understand how the human
Because I don't know.
body
I don't know what that is and what that is, and
Right.
I keep touching that side, and the nose lights up. I don't know what's going on. So
Yeah.
that to me, you have to know the game. Like
Not
you-
just the rules.
not the rule. The rules to me.
You got to know the rules.
Well, yeah,
'Cause, by the way, go back and watch the video about the ref I had at the Tour of Texas.
Yes.
Who did not know the rules.
yeah. You have to know the rules, but you have to know how the game works. Like, there's refs out there that they see the setter is in front of whichever kid,
But they don't.
and they
Right.
just assume because she's closer, out of rotation.
Right.
Well, no, she's behind my right front, who is
Right.
actually in left front
Because I'm stacking.
because we're
left.
stacked
Right.
left, and
Yeah.
you don't know that,
Or
because
you
don't know
did,
the
or you
game.
didn't see the other team who's doing some crazy serve receive, and they
Yeah.
are out of rotation
Right.
every single time because their outside hitters drop back behind every single person on the floor
Yes,
in serve receive,
yes,
but they're front row.
yeah,
You don't even have to be an expert to
No.
know if you're the furthest person back and you're in the front row, something's wrong.
yeah. And they don't know. They don't know
No.
the game. They don't know the game enough to.
Right.
If it's a 50-50 ball and we're going in and our kid's going up with one hand and their kid's going up with two hands to block, let's see what happens. Instead, they already have predetermined that if one of those kids is, an inch over, it's over, or
Right.
didn't wait. Whoever waited longer, it's like, no, like you didn't see the game. Like you didn't
Right.
see how that. You're not anticipating what's about to happen.
What-
You're just like, this is going. One of these two things. is
Correct.
going
And
to happen.
anticipate is a great word because I know when they train to look ahead of the play.
Yeah.
They train, look at what's going, like don't watch the ball in flight.
Right.
No violation is occurring while the ball is being passed to the setter.
Yeah.
And they train that way and good refs, They understand the flow of the game.
Right.
They understand the game.
Yeah.
What's a ticky-tack?
Yeah.
When the levels offset, when you have two really good teams, we have two really bad teams. They understand the flow, the game itself. And I agree with you. Number 3 of what makes a good ref to a coach. You got to be professional.
Yes.
Got to be. Listen, we aren't referees.
Say,
listen,
coaches,
we're not
professional. Yeah.
We're not. Here's why. Because we spend hours with these kids for that moment.
Right.
Busting our butt, blood, sweat, and tears, yelling, screaming, pushing, going, crying, failing, succeeding for that moment that means the world to us.
Right.
Because we're in the heat of battle and you're the distant third party. So if we lose our cool, I get where that comes from. Now we shouldn't lose it the way some people do.
Yeah,
right?
Correct.
But if I'm upset about a call because I think it's a bad call, you can't get mad at me. You got to have thick skin and be professional.
Right.
If you're a good ref, you're gonna ignore it for a little while. I mean, go watch NCAA basketball.
Yeah. Or football.
Where they're on the field.
Or any football.
And those officials are like, hey, sorry, bro. This is and they're just talking calmly. That's what we want. Now, that's not the industry standard.
Right.
International refs. If you go watch the Olympics when it comes back around or watch international play,
they get a little bark, but that's it.
You
short.
barely
it's
get
short.
It's quick. And they know. And so that's the and I get it. But at this level, in our culture, you got to be thick-skinned. You ignore me. It gets out of hand. Give me the look. Give me the hand. Like, hey, I understand you're upset. We're going to play on. And most coaches will calm down.
Yeah.
But you can't give the, oh, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Look, you can't give the, hey, you're dumb. You can't, it's just be professional because we're not. You're not invested like we are. So expect us to be a little emotional.
Well, and they're at an advantage. They can be asinine. Because
nobody says anything. Well,
because if you say something, then they card you, and then it's like, why can't I'll card you back?
Right.
It's not fair. It's not fair. They should know that they're in that position, and they should take it a little bit more.
No, I agree.
You said,
just be professional. And listen, I know, and professionals also your demeanor, your signals, but I all that's great. But when you're on the stand, have a thick skin. Right. Keep it professional because that's the job. When we both officiated, you're gonna get yelled at.
Right.
Can't make
and I know
keep her calm.
I know for me, that when I'm done reffing, even if it was a bad match and Chino's up there and I'm like, Chino, come on, I'm screaming and yelling. When the match is over, after it's all said and done,
100%.
Because I'm an athlete and I'm competitive.
You walk over.
And I walk over and say, yeah, dude, no big deal. And the next time I see that ref, what's up, ref? Like I'm not like, oh, there's that guy, I can't make eye contact with.
Unless that ref is
notorious.
A deliberate.
Well, then then they're
like, hey, you blew that call.
Yeah.
And you didn't come over and say, hey, I blew that call.
Right.
Like if you blow a call, like the Tour of Texas where the kid blocks, lands, retreats, plays the ball to herself, no double.
Right.
That's 2 hits. And I played the ball to the first touch was a block. No, she blocked and landed. You got to come over to me and go, you're right. I missed that call. And I'm going to go, okay.
But would you?
I would.
Or would you go, can you say that again into my phone, please?
But if you don't say that, if you just walk off like you were right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that leads me to my next, my things like humility, like be humble. Like, hey, dude, I screwed up. I think humility, I know, and it goes a long way.
And humble doesn't mean kowtow. It doesn't mean give in.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
just recognize you can be human.
Yeah. That'll make a lot of coaches' day when they look up and the ref's like, I got it, my bad.
And you don't even have to be subservient. You don't even, when a ref looks at me and goes,
yeah,
they're just stone faced. I go,
yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah,
even if we won the point,
right?
I'm like, hey, fair enough.
Call. Yeah,
you made the right call. Let's go.
Did it.
But I think that's a huge deal. What makes a good ref?
I think so too.
A huge deal.
And it goes. I think that carries more weight than a lot of the other stuff because at the end, they're human, we're human. There's going to be some mistakes, but when the pressure's on us in that heat of the moment, it's not on them. They don't have that vested interest. When it's all done, either we won or we lost. That heat of the moment's gone. We either moved on, we didn't, but it's over, and now we can be human again and just say, hey, dude,
right.
What'd you think? Oh, yeah, I thought blah, blah, blah. And then it's over because now you've had a conversation you've kind of squashed your beef a little bit, and then you move on.
Well, and being professional and being humble is hard for some people to wrap their head around. Skadoosh. I've got one more criteria that I think makes a good ref. And this doesn't happen in every match, but if you're a good ref, when that one moment comes, that one tough call, that one, I didn't see the whole play, but you get it right.
Oh yeah.
Some refs are really good, but in tough moments, when the game's just too fast for them, or they don't understand, oh, this is one of those weird, was it a back row attack? Was it simultaneous? Is it possible for her to jump set that ball and save it and have simultaneous contact and there be no call? What's the right call? Okay, that ball was either right on the line or close. I've got to make that one tough call on that one, the hard call hits.
Right.
A good ref gets it right.
Yeah.
And that's where I see a lot of officials mess up. Professional, humble, consistent. But then there's that one play, it's too fast for them. They don't get it right.
Yeah. The too fast for them drives me insane.
It's too fast for them.
Sorry.
The
game is faster, more athletic, bigger athletes. It's the same guy that's.
How did you miss that touch?
Yeah,
how? The ball redirected. Like, these are volleyball things that it's a one moment, and it's a small touch.
Yeah.
It's a small, it's a weird,
they're out there yelling, micro touch, ref.
Those are 5 things to make a good ref. If every ref did those, I think you'd have far less problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have a ton of problems now, to be honest. So real quick, we want to move into a couple of things.
Yeah.
Here's one for me. Because I feel like this is maybe a stereotype inside the refereeing community. Good refs have good signals. Good refs are on time. Good refs have good signals and good court management. Not everyone with good court management and good signals is a good ref.
Well, yeah, I was going to say those aren't good refs. A good ref is someone who refs.
No, but a good ref, somebody who is good, definitely has those things.
Yes.
Not everyone who has those things is good.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, just because you start on time.
Right. Or early.
Just because you.
Point. Yeah. No.
All the other stuff. We need the other stuff.
Yeah.
Cop out excuses.
Oh, jeez.
She's clearly under the net. Well, I know what to say to make sure. And she might have been. It's a clear violation. She didn't pose a danger to the other team. The ball hit the tape when she said it. And my setter was, they blocked my setter. The ball hit the tape. No, she was above the plane. How does the ball hit the tape on my side of the net? Not came down on the tape. They know what to say. The ball was above the plane.
Oh yeah, no,
it wasn't.
They've been trained
on what to say to get out of any judgment. It's like, all you're doing is repeating the rule to me. That's not what just happened.
Right. Well, and that's what sucks about the whole. If you do protest and the protest committee comes over, they weren't there.
And how many? I protest maybe twice a year, once a year, maybe.
I'm something like that.
A weekend. I've had refs change their story from what they tell my captain to what they tell the official.
Oh, that's what happened to us at the tour.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he convinced the down ref, who was a player, what to say, and the guy came over who was a site director, who was not a ref. He was just a coach.
Right.
And he comes over and he's like, so what happened? And we went back and forth for a good 15, 20 minutes. And he goes, and then I said, that's not the same story you just told me. And he goes, hold on. And he walked over and he goes, blah, 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 to the ref and to the girl. And he comes back and he goes, we're going to replay it. You're going to keep your point. And I said, I think the replay takes away the point.
Right.
And then he said,
that's not a replay.
You're going to keep the point. We're going to replay it. And I said, I'm okay with that.
Did he say jump ball?
But no, but it was just that the ref changed his story several times.
Yeah. Well,
several times. And, and both coaches were like, this guy's a moron,
right.
And so at some point the guy was like, he just comes over and protects the ref, and the ref is blah, blah, blah. Both coaches are saying this guy's terrible. He decides to sit and watch. Afterwards, we didn't have that ref on our court again. So, I mean, they did the right thing, but
right.
They can't come over and just jump in and go, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's what happened. Like, you weren't here. You didn't see it. And we're all in the heat. And we're screaming and yelling.
Yeah,
and,
you're in the moment. Yeah.
And the ref's just trying to say, no, a double is when the contact was 1-2.
Why
and,
does he have to have an accent? Or this guy just did?
Oh, this guy did.
Okay. I was about to put a disclaimer at the bottom.
I thought that was the problem, was that there was some sort of
language barrier.
Language barrier.
Yeah. Turned out there was just
it was called a learning barrier.
Yeah. I have another pet peeve. If I'm on receive, don't start my 4 minutes when you whistle the other team off. Can you give me 20 seconds to get my team on?
Yeah.
Or especially if we're sharing a shared ball cart, like at ASC this weekend. By the way, shout out to ASC for providing balls. I don't know if we covered that.
Always.
That's awesome.
Always. They always do.
I know. It's great.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Ball cart full of balls. They're warming up. We now have to check. I'm
All of
looking
the
up.
balls.
I'm at 3 minutes and 20 seconds
Yeah.
before my first kid takes a swing. I'm almost 25% down in my time because you have to be on time. Because the worst sin in the world is not to be a bad official, it's to be late. If you cause your court to be late,
right,
you're evil.
You might not be there when I call, but I'm always on time. No?
Hello.
No,
that's what you're looking for. Oh,
that's why we serve first. And we've had refs. No, wait till they're off. And I'm like, you blew the whistle.
Yeah. Don't start my clock.
Green means go.
When I see them, I don't ask, but I see them. They go, bink. And I'm like, I'm standing right here. My kids are shagging for the team that just hit. Or when started my time.
Or when the ref leaves and has the other kid ref coach do it, and they're like, your time's up. And I'm like, yeah, you're not a ref, so I'm gonna keep going. Because I'm clearly not at 4 minutes. Because I gotta watch.
Well, one of our goals is, I think what we ought to do is we ought to ask Greg or ask somebody, Steve Robb, somebody who's at the national level, who's been at the meetings, to come on and talk about evaluations and training and give you guys who are watching our vlog a chance to see how things go and what they're focused on, and let them talk to you guys. Because like I said, I think they do a good job. I just don't think the refs get the feedback of what we're looking for as coaches.
Well, I mean, we talked about that a little bit with a little post-match.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't hurt.
I would love it. I would love to be able to give feedback.
I think we should. I think as coaches, and this is my pitch, I think at the end of the match, the coaches should have a sheet that has pretty generic,
criteria. Yeah. Or subjects. Yeah.
It'll probably be 100% opposite of what the officials rating sheet looks like, because it'll say, does this coach know about how the game plays? Was this coach fair? Sorry, was this ref fair?
I mean, if the refs could fill one out about coaches too, that'd be pretty interesting.
Was this ref fair and just? Did this ref do? Would you rate them 1 to 5?
Well, you know what the excuse is. The excuse why they don't do that is because you'll get one good review and one bad review. They think whoever loses is going to rate them bad, and whoever wins is going to rate them good. Listen, there's bias in every report, and I wouldn't do that.
No, and I don't think any of the coaches would, because again, and we talked about this before. If we say, hey, list the best coaches, coaches list the best referees in the region, the same names would all come up.
The ref that I've railed on at the Tour of Texas, she was professional, she was humble, her signals were great, her time management was great. She blew one big stretch of points at the end of the match.
Right.
And she didn't know the libero rule because she's a college player. She didn't know you could switch from 2 liberos to 1 libero in between sets, or you couldn't.
Right.
I would have given her a great review. I would have said she doesn't know the rules.
Right.
And she blew this call.
Yeah.
That's what I would have said. But everything else would have been good. So, I think that's valuable.
But and I don't think the coach, I just don't think
there are some. There are some.
Chino. Well, then I was going to say that maybe then it's just a group that evaluates them and just goes up and says, "How was your match? Fill this out." You know.
Well, I've told them that too. I've told the referees, listen, have the site directors go to coaches who are in your building who've been coaching for 20 years.
Right. Who know all the refs.
Go ask Ryan Mitchell. He's there. Hey, how'd your refs do today? Go ask anybody.
Yeah.
Rusty.
All the
Skip.
team here.
Anybody who's a club director or who's been around for a long time. They don't even have to be like, the know guys, just people who've been around. Hey, how'd your refs do today?
Right.
Would be real simple. You might get some valuable feedback, and they may be doing that.
Well, but and if it is biased, you'll know. Like if they're like, no, this ref blew the call that cost me.
If they say it every time.
Was,
right.
At some point, your credibility goes out if all you're doing is complaining.
The last thing I will say about the refs, the officials are good. They do a good job by and large. It's that one moment where they just can't handle being yelled at, or they blow a call that just always gets under a coach's skin.
Right.
But here's what I have noticed. And I say this with all love, peace and love, all peace and love. it seems like the end goal of every referee is to become the best referee they can be so they don't have to ref anymore. And I know this is a problem we have because we need people to hear protests and we need people to schedule and we need people who understand these things.
Right.
But I miss you guys on the stand. I miss you guys on the stand at big matches. And maybe it's just bid events and regionals. But I miss seeing Chad Klunk on the stand. Steve Robb is a phenomenal official, but he's not going to go on the stand anymore.
What? Why? He refs college matches.
Oh, because maybe they pay better. I don't know. They probably do.
Why wouldn't we pay our better?
Right. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. I know that we need Steve Robb and Chad Klunk and guys like that. And we can go down the list. Jacob, whenever he's site directing, Steve Owen, Jeff West.
We run a bid event. So why wouldn't we be able to say, we're going to increase the dues the pay like $2?
Yeah.
But you're going to be guaranteed our international, national, junior national officials only.
Yeah, I mean it's true.
Because $2 per kid,
and I would think regionals, especially when so much is on the line. But yeah, I mean you can increase it either way, or the bid events could just say, listen, we're gonna do that as a service.
Service, yeah.
We're gonna increase the rate for internet. We're gonna increase the referee rate by $3 a match or $2 a match at the levels of national and above.
Yeah,
or whatever, and that might be an incentive.
Yeah,
but it won't be as long as we're paying them for site directors the money they're getting paid to sit there.
Right.
And I know we need you guys, and I know you're good at it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I miss you guys on the stand. I can think of a lot of people that I came up coaching while they were reffing. Right. And I'm still coaching, and I miss them on the stand. So when I look at Chris Mayers, Borski, Jacob, Jeff West, Chad, Steve Owen. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, Greg now, who's in the administrative role. The list goes on and on. These people that are now site directors. Tracy, I miss you guys on the stand. You're good at what you do, no doubt. We need that role filled, no doubt. Chad Klunk's another one. They're coming to me as I picture people sitting at the site director desk. I miss you guys on the stand. We need good officials in big matches. 17 open regionals. And shout out to, was it Elias?
Yeah.
Elias. He is a perfect example of the up-and-coming crop of good officials.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Good officials. Me, Jeff, and Robert Brown on the bench at Tour of Texas. Both outside hitters are injured, running a new rotation. We thought Robert wrote it down wrong. He's up on the stand, calls us out of rotation. All three of us jump up. What? Who? Because we're ready to catch this kid. He goes, her and her. And we were like, no, that's wrong. Because in the old rotation, it was wrong.
Right.
But in this rotation, this new one with the injured kids, it wasn't. He was right. And you know what he did? He goes, okay. Calls over the down ref, has them bring over the lineup sheets, points at it, and he looks at us, he smiles, and he goes, not condescending, and he goes, out of rotation.
Yeah.
Just got back on the stand, let the down ref come over and explain it to us, didn't hustle out.
Yeah.
Sat and waited, and we all went, fair enough. We all sat down with our tails between our legs, and then he just beckoned for the next serve.
Yeah.
Just calm as water. All right, good job. I mean, he's good.
He's good. He does a good job.
Good job.
I had him a bunch that weekend.
He does a lot of 17s.
He was
too,
good.
Yeah.
He was very good.
He's good. And there's a lot of refs like that out there. Those are the guys we want to celebrate. You guys that are still site directing, we'd love to get you back. But if you're not one of those people, or Greg, if you want to use this as a training video, we're all,
995.
You want us to come out and do a live session. Anyway, hopefully this helps. Hopefully referees, if you're watching this, officials, you'll see kind of what coaches are looking for. Yeah. I mean, the things that we care about are not what your site director cares about or your tournament director cares about.
It might not be what you care about because you're focused on protocols and all that kind of stuff. So,
just be a bench. Just be a bench. Be a good folk up there,
Yeah, it's not about you. It's not about us. It's about the girls and them playing.
Let them play. Let them show off. Let them.
And if we're annoying, it's part of the deal.
That's what it is.
We're fighting for our kids. Yeah. You're fighting for,
Don't call my captain over to come tell me to stop yelling. Just look at me and whatever. We'll get there. Just waste time with all this. Yeah, come on.
That's my favorite one.
And the finger wag was a terrible idea. Whose idea was this? Is the most.
Yeah, they didn't like it when Dikembe Mutombo did it. No one likes
somebody
it.
was a big Dikembe fan at the
I
national.
guess they thought because they're on that ref stand,
Yeah,
they're
like-
7 feet tall, they can do it.
It's such a. Can you imagine doing that to someone in real
Yeah.
life?
It's condescending. It's
Like,
rude.
yeah, the grocery store clerk is like, I thought I gave you your check.
Yeah. It's
You
rude.
did not give me my
Well,
change.
and then don't get upset if we do it back.
Right.
If you're going to be rude,
Don't
we're
give
going to
me
be
a yellow
rude.
card for doing it back.
Yeah, I mean, that's just not cool.
Oh, hashtag finger wag. All right, that's it for today, officials. Hopefully we didn't offend anybody. Hopefully we gave you some good feedback. We love you guys. We got high standards, man. We're putting our work in. We want you guys to do the same thing. There's a lot of good officials out there. I just hope I see more of them.
Yeah.
Until next time, later.
Peace.
We made it. Yeah, we made it.